Time to head back to affluent Hammersmith, West London, where husband and wife team, John and Lisa, purchased this one-bedroom first-floor flat for $279,000. Small change compared to some property prices in London.
Well, I build houses for very rich people. I mean, there's a couple of houses I've just built in Hampstead. The ones just sold for $44 million.
44 million?
Yes. 15,000 square feet, and the most expensive house in Hampstead.
So, working on somewhat smaller scale here, they set themselves a challenge of taking this place from tired to top drawer. We've come back 6 months on to find out how they've fared. The property had a tiny kitchen and a wall that was just begging to be knocked down, which they did.
Last time when you were here, you might remember that there was a wall here, a tiny little kitchen, door there, and so we knocked the wall down, and I just think it's really opened it up. It's opened up the living area. It's just made it all look much more sort of homely in a way. I mean, it obviously spacious, but still homely and a nice place to be rather than all cramped, and so it's lovely. Pleased with it.
But the biggest task here was to take the dark and dingy loft and turn it into something special. And it's a job very well done by the look of things.
Well, it's worked out really well, actually. I mean, we didn't realise it was going to actually come to this size. We've got the double doors here, and also to get the ceiling height, we dropped the floor to give us a little bit more ceiling height, and we managed to get the ensuite shower and the toilet in there as well, so it's a big bonus, actually. And it's looking very fresh and a lot better than we originally thought.
Great as it looks and positive as he sounds now, there was a nasty shock in store for them not long after completing on the flat.
We did have a little bit of a pitfall.
When we were talking about perhaps buying the freehold, the people downstairs were interested as well. Then we discovered that the loft didn't actually belong to us. So that was a bit of a shock, to say the least.
I'm on the phone to the solicitor to find out why he didn't tell us that. But anyway, the demise of the loft we now own. We had to pay the council for the demise. So all in, they wanted an extra $30,000 on top of what we paid for the flat to buy the demise.
Shock, because you sort of think, well, we're the only ones up here, and who else is going to use it? So we were really sorry, but we were more really, I suppose, cross that the solicitor didn't pick it up, and a bit upset when he sort of said, well, you should have known, surely. And you sort of think, well, no, we're asking your advice, but we thought there's no point in worrying about it. We just had to get on. We needed to do it as quickly as possible, and that's what we did.
That's the spirit, but there's definitely a lesson to be learned here. When purchasing a property, it can be dangerous to assume anything. Make sure you check the small print, and if you're unsure of anything, ask questions. Lisa had been hoping to take the reins here, but you know what they say about the best laid plans.
I was going to do a lot more than I did, but I've got 2 sort of new jobs come up, which I didn't want to turn down, so I went on to sort of do my own work, and obviously left John to it because he knows what he's doing, so I just thought I'll do the next one.
Sorry about that, but
well, yeah.
Surprises aside, it's good to hear they're not put off taking a property plunge again. Their aim was a 4-month timescale, and after 2 months to resolve the issues with the loft ownership and to get the necessary planning permission, the work did in fact take 4 months to complete. But what about that £53,000 budget?
We've done well. I mean, apart from the demise of the loft, which was obviously at $30,000, the full conversion comes to $45,000, so we were $8,000 under budget.
We asked 2 local estate agents to come to the property and give their assessment on whether the couple will make their money back.
First impressions are good. It's light, it's bright, it's a new finish. They've done well with the space that they have.
I think it was a good idea to do the loft conversion to utilise the unused space in the actual roof. It will certainly increase the actual overall square footage of the property as well as the value.
John and Lisa are undecided about whether they should rent or sell. What sort of returns could they see for each option?
If you were to put this property on the rentals market, you would look to achieve between £1,600 and £1,700 per calendar month.
I'd expect this to achieve for rentals around £1,600 a month.
Yeah, I think that's
the
about
feedback we've been having.
Yeah, a couple of people have said, it could be more. So yeah, we're fairly happy with that.
They purchased the property for £279,000 plus £30,000 to buy the loft. With the work costing £45,000, that's a total spend of £354,000. What could they make if they decided to sell?
This would achieve in the region of £400,000.
If you were to put this property up for sale, you'd expect to achieve between £460,000 and £470,000.
Okay, so
that's a big difference, isn't it? So the offers that we've had are sort of in the middle of that anyway, which is
about
nice. I don't think that we would hold out for 460, 470 if we're definitely going to sell. But it's nice to know. But it's also, to have that middle ground as well. It's fine.
So they could be looking at a pre-tax profit of anywhere between £46,000 and £116,000, minus the usual selling expenses. No wonder they're happy. Would their top tip for success be teamwork?
Yeah.
she does the research, I'll do the building.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, that's good. No, we've had a good time together. Absolutely fantastic.
Well, that's it for